My name is Isaac Prada. I'm head of public relations and project management at Radiant Capital. And as a background, I'm a mechanical engineer, worked in Formula One aerospace, then entrepreneurship for over 10 years. I set up companies in the tech domain, mostly mechanical aspects and projects, and then turned to blockchain and crypto as I was excited that this was the next biggest thing in technology in general. So happy to be here and share all the insights about Radiant. I always highlight several aspects that make Radiant unique, of course. Many people here will know of other top lending and borrowing protocols, and they have built great products. What we wanted to build at Radiant to stand out was in our vision to become the leading cross-chain money market, to build a platform which was truly cross-chain in the sense that you can deposit on one chain and borrow to the other chain seamlessly. In the future, as we add more chains, you will, of course, be able to do this deposit on one chain, borrow from another chain on many different chains. And our next version, we're currently on V2, our next version, V3, will even allow to deposit on one chain, chain A, say Ethereum, for example, borrow on Arbitrum, and repay the debt on BNB, and do whatever you want with the assets that you borrowed. So that's basically in a nutshell, what Radiant offers. How is it different from other protocols? First, because it's truly cross-chain. In other protocols, you have to deposit and borrow from the same chain and then bridge to a different chain. We are built on top of layer 0 technology. So basically, you can move our Radiant token, the utility token, around seamlessly from chain to chain. But the assets themselves, the ones you deposit and borrow, you can just deposit to one chain and borrow to a different chain without having to use bridges. And also, one of the key differences between our business model and other business models that you can find around crypto is that we share the economic activity that's happening within the protocol. Whenever you provide liquidity, you start earning protocol fees. So the cool thing about Radiant is that we share 85%, so the protocol shares 85% of all the protocol fees that are being received as payments, loan payments from borrowers. All those payments are transferred, 85% are transferred to our users. Only 15% are retained for OPEX, so operational expenditure, marketing, salaries, and so on. 85% are sent to lenders, to users of the protocol in general. And even more, once you go above 5% of your deposits, so if you have $100 worth of deposits and you provide more than, in this case, $5 worth of liquidity to the protocol, you unlock the boost in Radiant emission. So you not only get your base yield for your deposits, not only do you get protocol fees, but you also get a boost in Radiant emissions, which of course adds to your yields. By the way, protocol fees, of course, are paid in hard assets, so it's not the native token. The native token is only paid as a boost, as an extra boost, but the basic protocol fees are already paid in blue chip assets, which hold real value, as everyone knows, Bitcoin, ETH, stablecoins, and the assets we support at Radiant. Of course, the Radiant token itself has additional utility in the way of governance and being able to decide on the future route of the protocol. But that's in a nutshell what Radiant has built to stand out from other lending and borrowing protocols. Arbitrum is the leading L2, of course. If you check the stats, currently Arbitrum is leading in terms of market share, in terms of TVL, currently over 6 billion and over 50% market share. So two factors I would highlight. It's a dual reason for Arbitrum to be leading the L2 charge, and it's the infrastructure and the ecosystem. Of course, you have the support of Ethereum mainnet's security and institutional adoption, but purely on Arbitrum, you have the infrastructure. So everything that the Arbitrum Foundation, the Arbitrum core developers have built, the Arbitrum ecosystem has seen since the inception. And then you have the ecosystem itself. So the great projects, the great protocols, the great dApps that have been built on top of it, which do nothing but synergize one with the others. And Arbitrum being our home chain, so Radiant launched on Arbitrum first. It was great from the security and institutional adoption standpoint in terms of throughput and performance, in terms of low gas costs. That was key for our usage and for our user base. So from day one, we decided to make Arbitrum a home chain. Recently, we were awarded one of the STIP grants of the grant program that Arbitrum Foundation launched, and that's just one of the initiatives that shows the aim of the Arbitrum family to boost projects building on Arbitrum, and not just the project itself, but projects that aim to do synergies and create synergies rather with other top protocols in the space. So I really think that both the infrastructure and the ecosystem are great in Arbitrum, and we're really happy to see what Arbitrum is building and the evolution and the trend and how it's becoming one of the most important L2s.